Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. You are watching the Bhagavad Gita in Simple English series. If you didn't watch my previous videos, link in the description below. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get all my latest updates. First, let us look the preview of previous chapters. In the beginning, Arjuna refuses to fight the battle after seeing his friends and family members in the battlefield. Now it is in the hand of Lord Sri Krishna to convince Arjuna to fight this battle. Because this battle is between good and bad. To uphold Dharma, the Pandavas must win. Without Arjuna, it is impossible. So the Krishna tried to convince Arjuna, but he is not willing to give up his position of not to fight this battle. So the Krishna has no other alternative but to reveal his true nature to Arjuna and talk about the real knowledge, that is the supreme wisdom. Chapter 4, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, the path of knowledge and disciplines of action. In this chapter, Lord Krishna talks about Karma Yoga and the transcendental knowledge to Arjuna. He reveals about his eternal nature and talks about why he reincarnates time after time in this material world. He also reveals the ultimate truth about the rebirth and how to stop this rebirth. In this chapter, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna about the ancient tradition of yoga and the reason behind his incarnation in this material world. Krishna says, whenever there is a decline of dharma and whenever adharma increases, then me take on a body and is born into the world to protect the righteousness and to destroy the sinful and to re-establish dharma. Here the dharma means righteous conduct and adharma means unrighteous conduct. What Krishna is trying to say is, he will take the body of a human and come back again into the world when there is adharma take place to re-establish dharma. He also gave the emphasis that he has taken this body as a Krishna to uphold dharma in that time. Lord Krishna talks about how supreme knowledge was passing down from supreme being, that is the Brahma, to the mankind, and how after the passing of many ages people forgot it, and this knowledge was now lost to the world. And he said that now I am revealing this same knowledge to you, Arjuna. Arjuna has a doubt. The Lord Krishna was born much later than the sun. Then how could he know that knowledge? To clarify his doubt, the Lord Krishna taught him about the rebirth by telling him that we were born lot of rebirth before. I remember them all, but you don't. And discussed about the different gunas or quality of a man. And this quality and the work of the man influence his rebirth. According to Krishna, there are 4 gunas. The gunas means simply the quality of a man. First guna is sattva guna, that is good quality. Second is the sattva rajas, the mixture of good and active quality. Third is rajas tamas, the mixture of active and materialistic qualities. Tamas, the dark or evil qualities. Above are the 4 basic qualities of the man. I will make a detailed video about them if you want. Please let me know in the comment section below if you want a detailed video about these gunas and how they influence our life. And Lord Sri Krishna continues by saying that action do not cause any attachment to me, nor have I longing for their result. I am free from all karmas. The wise person who wants salvation perform dutiful action. You also do the same, Arjuna. Now Krishna changed his subject and talk about the karma yoga. Even the wise are confused about the action and inaction. I will explain to you properly, Arjuna. He continued by saying, first, understand what is wrong action and inaction. That will help you understand what is the right action. And he talks about what are the different kind of wrong actions. A true wise person does his action without any selfish goal or longing for result, and his activities are purely based on wisdom. So it is wise to leave the attachment to the result of work and do your duty. The real man of action is free from karma because he treats both gain and loss of that action equally, and he is free of jealousy and enmity. All the effects of karma, that is the effect of the action, completely melts away from the person who is free from attachment of that work, and his mind is developed in wisdom. And he continued by talking about different kinds of offering the devotees make. In the above material rituals and sacrifice, the spiritual wisdom is superior. By surrendering to a guru or providing your service to a true guru will help you to attain this supreme knowledge. Even though you are the worst sinner in the world, this true wisdom can nullify it. How a fire turns wood into ashes, similarly the wisdom burns down all your karma. A man of devotion who is completely turned his attention towards the God or a guru, who has controlled his senses by offering it to a God or his guru, then he attained this true wisdom. Give our complete devotion or all our action to the God or guru, and relinquish the idea that we are the doer of that work. Everything is done by the grace of God. That is, whatever you do, everything you must offering to the God, and whatever action come out of you, that is also the work of God that is done through you. This was your attitude. Everything is done, whether inside or outside of you, all are grace of the God. If you can perform this kind of action and you can also maintain this kind of mentality, this help you to attain a wisdom of supreme being. Therefore, Arjuna, take shelter in yoga and take this sword of wisdom and slash your doubt and fight. Conclusion. In this chapter, Lord Krishna talks about two things. One is importance of karma and other is jnana yoga. The karma yoga is a selfless work, doing a work without any attachment. It is the essence of karma yoga. Next is jnana yoga. It is the path of knowledge. Those who incline towards the knowledge can perform this jnana yoga. This is performed by the knowledge. First, try to learn what is the true wisdom and true knowledge about the self, Atma, Paramatma and the world, and try to implement that in our life and to uplift ourselves from the tamas quality to the sattva's quality. By doing this, we can attain the supreme wisdom. That is the essence of jnana yoga. The karma yoga is for those who want to perform action or the service to the society, and the jnana yoga is for those who want to incline more toward the knowledge. So you can choose what is best for you to do, but it is okay, you can do the mixture of both. By performing the selfless work without any attachment of the result, we can attain wisdom that can help us to remove all our karmic bondage. The karma has many meanings, but simply consider it as the consequence of our action. Here, the birth and rebirth are discussed. To escape from this never-ending cycle, you have to attain a supreme wisdom via karma or jnana yoga. Use it to work towards liberation from this never-ending bondage. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon so that you don't miss the next video from this series. Know in the comment section about the suggestions of this topic, and if you want any of videos related to similar topic, please let me know in the comment section below. Please spread this knowledge of wisdom to everyone by sharing this video. If you like this video, please press the like button in this video. Thank you once again for watching this video. Stay blessed.